Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Street Savvy, the podcast. It's me, Jay Works, your host that pays the most attention to you, baby. Listen, tonight we got a great show tonight. Great topic. Why do us as adults, men and women in America, have children, have babies by people we don't even know their last names or don't even love them, have no feelings? We may like them, but we just did some things we shouldn't have done with them. Why? That's a great topic. But in other news, before we get to the main ingredients, Sleepy Joe has done it again. Joe Biden has done it again. He's in the news for all the other reasons. But I think he did something that a lot of us as men and women, father to son, would did anytime, anywhere for one of our children or our sons or daughters. And things he said he wouldn't do in the past. He said he wouldn't give his son a pardon for the charges looming from 2014 to 2024. He said he wouldn't give his son, Hunter Biden, a pardon. But in the last 7 days, there's been a heated discussion. Allegedly, Sleepy Joe has gave his son a pardon on weapons charges, also drug charges, allegedly. And it's been a hoopla, a mess. Let me tell you, folks, my name, words that come out this mouth is very compelling. I got 5 sons. And I'm going to tell you, if I was in Joe Biden's shoes, if my son came true to me and pleaded guilty, I'm going to pardon my son every damn day until I die. Because my sons are my legacy. They came from me. And it ain't no other reasons why I should not stand by my kids. I don't conduct wrong or violence or wrong activities or violent activities or anything towards people. I don't condone it. I don't condone getting in any trouble. I don't condone touching people's stuff. I don't condone a lot of things that the naysayers, quote unquote, means trouble. Blue collar crimes, white collar crimes, whatever you want to call it. But when it comes to my child telling me, Dad, I did this and I'm wrong, and I can make it right because everybody deserves a second chance and a third and a fourth, because who are we to judge? I'm going to pardon my son. I'm going to pardon all of them, from Jaquan to Jerry to Jerome to Jerry Jr. to Javon. I'm going to pardon my babies. You best believe it. I'm not going to play with you. I'm not going to hold you. I'm going to do the right thing, America. I don't agree with a lot of things Joe Biden has done and have said will come out of his mouth. But this thing right here, Sleepy Joe, to me, in my eyes, he didn't have a choice. I'm not letting my babies down. Because let me tell you something, America. Every woman I had children by may not agree or disagree with me. But one thing they will agree, that man would die and go to hell for his children. And I tell you, that's what I would do. That's what I would do. Because my children are me. My children are what I produce. My dad produced me and I produced my boys and my women. And I ain't letting nobody in this world tell me something different. So God bless the man and woman who pardons and forgives their child, wrong, right, or indifferent. Trust me, I'm with mine. In other fantastic words coming out my mouth, we got a fabulous show tonight. Hello, Shanika Phillips. One of my good friends is tuned in. Hello, Shanika. I love you. We got a great lineup tonight, folks. We got some sports news. The Boston Celtics still raining hectic rain and snow all over the NBA. Yes, yes they are. And it's snow, America. A nor'easter is on upon us. We get inches of snow from Boston to Philly to Buffalo to Syracuse. We are getting snow, folks. We gonna see a white Christmas. I hope. And we are changing regimes in the White House, folks. We are changing regimes. Donald Trump is back in the White House again. After a 4-year hiatus, he's back in the White House and he's back doing what he do best, causing ruckus on people who do not know business. I don't know, folks. If you think he's a politician, if you think he's not, if you think he's racist or biracial, whatever you want to call it, the man knows business, America. He's going to get this economy a jump start. Woom, woom, woom. He going to get it. Forget the Porsche. He going to push that Lamborghini out there. You know, and listen, you folks allegedly is saying that he got plans to put that stimulus back out there. And some of you folks, I laugh because you're going to take that stimulus and the phones too. But the bigger picture is, are we ready today in this life for Donald Trump? Either the hoopla or rhetoric or politics or business. Like it or not, Donald Trump is your president. Over 80 million people, the popular vote, voted for Donald Trump. And we don't know, for say, allegedly, was it voter fraud? We don't know. America, and the Democrats ain't even pushing that dilemma. Or whoever. But I'm pretty sure if the other hand was underfoot, it would be saying it. But hey, I'm here to willing to telling you, y'all done accepted him as your president. He's here. And he will get sworn in January. He will start his bark on the world in his threats, in his rhetoric. He already started. From the Mexican prime minister to the president of Canada. He done made his phone calls. He done made his threats. If you ain't with me, you against me. Donald Trump has started his legacy again. So there you go, folks. Let's get to the main topic. Why do us, as men and women in America, have children by men or women we don't even know their last names or love? Come on, America, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, America. Let's talk about it. Why do we have children by people we don't even have feelings by, we don't even know their last name, who don't give a hoot about us? Let's go, guys. Let's get this live up. Izzy, what's up, baby? What's up, Miss Lady? How you doing? How the children? Yes. Ashley, what's going on? Let's go. What's going on, baby girl? Great topic. I'm going to get it started in a few minutes. Why do us men and women in America, or all over the world for say, have children for men and women we don't even know their last names or have any feelings for them? Why? And as a woman, you got to ask yourself, 9 months, a lifetime, nurturing, yelling, screaming, feeding, caring, TLC for a baby that is yours, of course. But the father is MIA. That's ludicrous. Men and men, because I'm one of them. Why would you lay down, have fun to your desire, shoot to the moon, wiggle, swivel, and place a baby in someone you ain't going to wake up to the next 20 or 30 years with? Or further, the next day. You may not even know her. Why would we do it, America? Talk to me. I love you too, sis, Shanika. Let me ask you this question since you online. Zeely, all the women who done embarked on this live, why do we as American or women, men or women, have baby by people we don't know their last name or have feelings by? Come on, folks, talk to me. Talk to me. Yes, Ashley says, condoms are needed. You're right. 100% right. I mean, there's no wrong in that answer. But I'm going to tell you what. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people have been in this predicament. We all go in that room, or go in that car, or go in that facility, or go wherever you tend to have sex at without protection. And we all know the consequences. STDs, HIV, making love, not making love, having babies. And we all go in knowing it may not be a way out. And the only way out was before you went in. Contraception. Safe activity. Being aware. But we all know that's only for the 15 or 10% who thinks first. A lot of us don't think first. With notion, we going in. We having fun. We partying. And when we go in, protecting ourselves is the last thing that we're going to speak about. I'm sure it's the first thing on our mind, but it's the last thing we're going to talk about. And that's what I believe. And then it gets more mental and physical when you get started. When you start feeling the way you want to feel. And I'm not you, folks. I'm definitely not a woman. I'm all man. Every bit of all of me, baby. I know what I done made. Let me say something, folks. Let me take off these specs. And these are not prescriptions. These are fashion. Petticoat. I know of majority of my children, and I'm not embarrassed to say, because I love all my children, even the ones that's not here, even the ones that God took before they got on this earth, or before we knew what it was, or before it was not. The ones that was aborted, the ones that was miscarried, well, you name it. I went in being selfish. I went in not thinking. I went in without protecting myself or anyone else. When you go in selfishly, you make a baby. Boy or girl, gorgeous, beautiful, bow-legged, mo-legged, pigeon-toed, big lips, big nose like you, long hair, bald head, whatever have you. You go in creating something that's beautiful, that's gorgeous. That something's going to be attached to you. No matter what you say, no matter who you lay down with, no matter who you close the door with, no matter who you get in the back seat or on the roof of that building with, or in that hotel bedroom, you are going to be attached to that person, folks. And I have been down that well. I have been down that light. I have been down that tunnel. And I tell you, I done been through a world of trouble for myself. A world of headache, a world of not knowing, a world of uncertainty. And my pockets have been dug in and dug in and dug in and dug in. And you would say, Works, how many times you gotta bump your head? Bump your head. You know what, folks? I ain't gonna hold you. I must be a little slow. A little slow. Because I done bumped my head more than a few times. Ignorancy, that's what I would call myself. As a man, as a person. Because, of course, I done had more than a few kids without wedlock. Without dating the mother, without going out with the mom, without knowing the words next day, the other words. not knowing. I was in the moment when times I should have been in the place, the right place, the right frame of mind. And when you think you slick, you think you doing something, America, you ain't doing nothing but bringing headache and heartache and mysterious, no mystique, and beauty and passion in this world. And I'm going to tell you, I'll be the first to tell you, don't ask me about no last names, because I'm uttering the first name. And majority of the women I have children by, we have cordial relationships. I can say today I'm not in any quarrels with them. My children are very happy. Well, I don't know happy, but I know content, healthy, on their own, knowing their parents, knowing their siblings. That's one thing I made sure. If you talk to any one of my kids, or any woman I have children by, they would tell you I made sure that my children knew each other. Even my sister, my best friend, Shanika Phillips. So when I call someone, I know her for a few years, good or the bad and the ugly, she'll tell you. On a side of me, I love my children. I love children of all sorts of walk. And I want to make sure children know each other as brothers and sisters and stick together as brothers and sisters. That's how my father raised me and my siblings. And so if you would say what's one thing I got from that, having baby by people I don't know their names or have no love for, especially in the beginning, my dad said no matter what you do and how you did it, this baby wasn't actually born here. And you're going to take care of it the best of your ability, especially acknowledge this woman, this young lady. And I did that. And it became a norm to me. So the questions loom. Why do we go in for those moments and come out with beautiful human beings or babies that we like, man, on my behalf, child support, today I owe thousands of dollars. Today I'm in debt with child support, which is some of it's bogus. Because I know in life, if you didn't work, I can't pay for nothing I don't work. I can't give you nothing I don't have. And the law stinks when it comes to child support. Child support is robbery to me. My opinion, child support robs you. With the penalties, the bull crap, the taking your license. I'm not one of those fathers. I'm a daddy. I acknowledge mine from day one. No matter if it was a mistake, or somebody took something from me, or not. Or I gave something to somebody, I acknowledge him. I don't need nobody telling me to pay anything. Because I take care of my responsibilities. I jump hoops and jump ropes. I die and go to hell for mine. Sometimes lay down in other rooms for mine. But what I'm not going to sit here and say, it ain't my fault. But child support, can't get no passport, can't get no pistols. That means if you have a gun license or a gun permit, you can't own too many things in your name. You can't own nothing in your name if you owe child support. I'm here to tell you. They taking it. I got kids in their 30s and I'm still paying rears. Public record, look it up. And you would say, damn, Works, if you so-called been there and they know you, why are you paying all this money? I was ignorant in a lot of ways. I was ignorant in a lot of ways. I didn't pay attention to detail. I didn't have that handbook. I got no excuses. What I thought was right wasn't right. What I thought was wrong wasn't wrong. And I don't know if you can understand that. But I have no regrets. The money they take from me, my people, they take it. And the only one regret, because I'm married. And at a time or two, they took my wife's money. from her income tax. And it hurted me because my wife ain't old enough to know my kids. They're from different cities and different states, and I think that's wrong to take with someone that had no responsibility and have no rights to do that. But in America, they have a law. If you married to someone, you 1 and 1, and you take that. That's not, to me, in my opinion, that's not right. And I gave my wife her money back. Of course I did. Because my kids, we married. Yes, I know it says it in the vows, but I don't think it's right. I don't. I really don't. But I tell you, America, that's what you get when you make babies without that discussion, without them contraceptions, without knowing and being aware of what you done said. I like how you look. Ooh, you look good. Ooh, you feel good. I need you. Those words that you utter out your mouth or utter in your thoughts, but you can't pronounce or know the name or have any feelings for, majority of us is guilty for all of that. Men and women. Now, I'll tell you something. I done made babies who ain't here today. Which mean what I mean by ain't here today, some people made the right choices. Or the wrong choices. Or choices, some women made the choices they feel they had to make at the time. And I mean by abortion. Some by miscarriage, unfortunately. And I always say to my friends and family, wow, I can't wait to get to heaven and meet these babies. They be like, why you say that? Because those are mine. Bad, good, or indifferent, those are my children. Ashley says, my lawyer was looking at me sideways when I said I don't want to inquire about child support during my divorce. That's real, Ash. Hold up. Let's give Ash a hand there. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to cut my conversation to talk to my friend Ashley. I respect that and understand that as a man, because I'm never going to be a woman. I'm never going to be anything what you women do. You women deserve everything you're going to get when it comes down to glory and God and blessings, because you're more than any man can ever be when it comes down to bearing a child for 9 months. Carrying, bearing it, nurture, everything. Bearing, not burying it, bearing. And when you do something, you make a gesture like that to a lawyer or to a judge or to a court or entity, that you don't want that. You don't want that nonsense. You don't want that part of income or of stability, because that's stability from a man. It is, from the father, whoever, or husband. You don't want the child support? I love that. I love that. I'm going to tell you why. From one, when you laid down, when you got together, when you jumped on them vows, when you said I do, child support, y'all was already doing that together. Regardless of what you're saying today, yesterday was different. So why today, when it ain't working out, it didn't make what we was going to make it to. Two adults don't always get along forever. Things ain't meant forever. We also always can love each other, but we don't got to be together. Got to end up with child support. Why? It's no reason why. I don't care if we don't have agreement. I don't care if we disagree. Child support should never be the last line of defense. Because that's what a lot of women and men, some men, and I guess a percentage of men out there, use child support on women. It's ludicrous. And you're right, Ash. He's already involved. He's already a father. So I was like, why? Why would I get in the middle of that? That's right. Because a lot of guys are really fathers. In divorces, marriages, relationships, cordial, entanglement, guys are really fathers. They're not daddies, they're fathers. And so for you to do that or suggest child support, that's putting a fork in it. That's inflating a man. Because some brothers still pay, like me. Like me, I still pay. I pay rears. Because those was Those things, I'm not going to say troubles. I'm not going to say mistakes. That's what I got into. That's what I choose to get into. And that's what happened. That's what happened when men and women lay down and make babies with people we don't know their last name. We don't love them. We don't have feelings. We don't even know them. We have children. And women bear them. We bear these babies. Women, not men, women, 9 months. Carry them, nurture them. Immune system adapts to them. Ribs get broken. Other body parts get pulled apart for months and days. Too much DNA for weeks and months before you really heal. Women gets the bulk of the ball. So, excuse me, if they don't know the guy's last name or his mama, his brother, his sister, his cousin, or him per se, because it's got to be with him, they get the bulk of the issue. Ash says, I would never want that for someone I once loved. I love you for that, sister. And reason why I'm applauding you again, Ash, because that's real. And you don't hear that. There's some women you do hear it. But putting child support shouldn't be the last line of defense or the first line of defense on your husband or your spouse who you done been with. You know them. Or you don't know them. Because you was part of that laying down with them or nurturing or carrying or being a family or not, or having fun or a one-night stand. You was part of it. You was part of the problem with them or the issue. So you got to take that into consideration and say, hey, you know what? I did this. Especially if you're a woman. Because you got the vagina. You got the goods. You got the nature. You got the plan. You don't just got the lane, you got the map. You got all the diamonds. You got all the goods. So you gotta know, man, laying down with this joker, laying down with this guy, 6 foot, 5 foot, 4 foot, midget, basketball player, cook, no money at all guy, hustler, drug dealer, it's consequences. As a female, it's consequences. But lo and behold, men got that war to go through when you lay down with a woman who don't know herself, who don't know her pH balance, who don't know her menstrual cycle from next month to next month, who don't know her color wheel, who don't know her levels, her activities to open or close. Yes, your problem, brother. You did that. You wanted that moment. You wanted that glory. You wanted what was behind that woman. You got it. And that's a lot of our problems. It was plenty of my problems. I would say again, I have plenty of kids, plenty of children that I love, that are grown and have kids. I made it not even knowing mama's last name, where they from, where their next meal was going to go, who were they or loved them. I made several children. And I will never say a mistake, because God don't count them. He blesses them. Them challenges you make without knowing, he know already. He knew you was going to bring little that one in the world. Little Bobby, little Chrissy, little Jerry, Jose, Lil Milk Dud, Lil Bo Keisha, Lil Keisha, Big Nigeria. You knew, or he knew, God forgive me, excuse me, God knew. It ain't no excuses, baby. Yeah. What's going on, Miss Smith? How you doing? Thank you for indulging in this conversation. Let me ask you, Miss Smith. Why do we, as men and women, have babies by people we don't even know their last name, know where they get their next meal from, their education, their occupation, or if they're worth anything? Why do we have babies by these type of people? Why? Yes, we have. We have a conversation about this. So what's your main objective to it? Give me a one line. Give me a one-liner. And I hope you folks are paying attention. These are real actual conversations. These are real actual people feelings. They mental feelings. They personal feelings. Because you're getting my personal feelings. Anything I do on my podcast, Street Savvy, or the new one is coming out, folks, Licensed to Listen, it's all personal. It's all my feelings. It's all my conducted things that I went through, seen, or going to today in my life. So let's have it, Miss Smith. And anyone else out there who want to chime in on the question, why do men and women have children by people we don't even know their last name? We didn't try to get to know them. We wanted to have our fun. We want to get all our fruits and labor off quick, if you know what I mean. I'm not putting you on the spot. I'm just asking the question. You don't got to answer it, baby girl, because I'm sure only you know the answer. She said, well, people be drunk and having fun. That's one of the reasons. That's one of the excuses. That's true. Do we all agree that people be having fun and being drunk? Do we agree on that? Well, I definitely agree. I think a lot of us uses that as a tool, as a dangerous weapon. And some things you don't know. That's what you think that's going on. That's true. We get drunk. Some of us get high on whatever high they get on with. I don't know. Who knows? Some of us are great, gorgeous dancers on poles, and people like that. I like dancing. I'm a real great dancer in my book, per se, allegedly. Allegedly. And I think alcohol and drugs do play a part. But it still makes us as responsible adults to say, listen, I need to wrap up. I need to have a conversation, more than one, with this man or women. I'm in this bar, in this club, this after party, this strip club, this back seat, this bedroom, this kitchen, all that above. All that above. I need to have this conversation. Because if we don't have this conversation, folks, about what are we going to do next after this club, after this party, after you like me, I like you, and I want to do something, I want to show you, conceptions are out the window. So when the conversations don't come up, you got a condom, I got a condom, you on birth control, I'm on birth control. When those conversations don't come up, somebody liable to catch that newborn, that new strand of HIV, that new strand of herpes simplex 20, or that new bacteria that don't smell good at all, or that other bacteria they can wash the smell away. They think only them know. That's a damn lie. That's a damn lie. Bacteria don't lie. Bacteria grows and grows and grows and grows and grows and grows until you take care of that with some Flagyl, some antibiotics, or some cream. So a lot of that does work on us, work against us. It's not in our favor. So if you don't do the right thing in the beginning, you run into a lot of woulda, coulda, shouldas. And I'm one of them. I'm guilty for all the above as a man. I'm guilty. I got baby with people in the beginning. I don't know how. What the hell I did. Because the next day I couldn't stand. We don't look at each other. We don't talk, or we cool, or we knew what it was all about, or we didn't, or we just did it. And I tell you, I got babies, and I want all you women to listen, because I'm a man first. I got 3 kids of mine. Right after me and the female had relations or entanglement, days they called me, I'm pregnant. Not weeks, not Monday through Friday, days, Wednesday through Tuesday, Monday through Thursday, that called me and told me they was pregnant. I'm telling you, they knew. And now that I'm older, I'm thinking, if these women knew their body, which of course they probably didn't, I'm pretty sure, knew their body, how their body projects, and how they feel, you knew you was gonna get pregnant. Was that something you was planning? And I'm not saying everybody planned some baby on me. No, I'm not saying that. But I had 3 women told me personally, and women tell me, if you agree with what I'm about to say. They knew they was pregnant in days. Do you know you pregnant in days when you have relations with people? Unprotected sex? Talk about it. Talk about it, America. I want to hear it. I want to hear it, ladies. Because you can't use that title, that entitlement, I was drunk, I was too high. And I'm pretty sure, we all know getting drunk with somebody you don't know who look good as they look or talk good as they talk, leading to something different, leading to a whole entanglement. Now I got a person who might be on this live, that I seen in action just dancing. I'm like, I never knew you could dance like that. And we was in the club. And what I'm trying to make an example of is me not knowing, she not knowing dancing can make eyes get bigger and grow. And exotic minds only want to know. That's how it can start too. And nothing ever started from that dance. Going on record saying that. But that's how it starts. And if anybody who knows Jay Works, anybody definitely from Boston, Syracuse, Detroit, Miami, Florida, Texas, Chicago, Minnesota, will tell you that man can dance, right? But I'm going to tell y'all, ladies and gentlemen, that dance has got me in trouble a lot of times. Got me a few kids that I never knew I was going to have. Because I can move them hips. I can move that hip and I can dip that dip. I'm not saying I'm the best guy. I'm not saying I'm the local guy. I'm saying I'm that guy when it comes to dancing. I ain't going to hold you, America. But that didn't lead to me thinking I was the best guy in the bedroom without being safe. Because that lead me to a lot of kids. And on another note, all my kids can dance too. So, I don't know. Maybe that's in the genes. I don't know, man. I'm just some works. WORKS. If you know what that means. And that's what led to a lot of the things I did, and I made these babies out knowing these girls' name, last names, without having any feelings, any wherewithal of what she eating, what she do, how's her pH balance, is she good, do she know herself, or do she care? A lot of times you be selfish. I was selfish because I didn't ask those questions, and I damn sure didn't have a condom. You could dance too. Ashley said she could dance too. I guess that means a lot. But in hindsight, I think a few times, I can say that, I ain't gonna hold myself. I did acknowledge that it was condoms around. But it was game with that. Women have a lot of gamemanship. This as well as fellas. I'm a guy, I'm tell you about me, but a lot of women I done dealt with. Gamemanship comes with the territory of having unprotected sex. Women sit there and see how far you gonna go without a condom. Or go without protection. I'm not saying they say yes. I'm not saying they say no. I'm just saying. Everybody be in the mood. Everybody watching everybody. And majority of the time, a man is the more aggressive one when it comes down to the condomception part. And there's a lot of decent guys, a lot of great guys. I'm a great guy. I'm a decent guy. Think about condomception, think about kids, think about child support, think about being responsible. But when you get in that mode, in that moment, where he or she that you with, or you choose to be a partner to, of making a child, or not knowing you have a child with, in the future, we all don't think of those accountabilities. A lot of us don't. But I also know, how you doing, Miss Hawkins? Thanks for joining us. But I also know a lot of us feel in our heart like, that was something I shouldn't have did. And I know personally, and I don't got no beef with no woman I had children by. Like I said, I'm going to say it again loud and proud. I love all my kids. Even the ones I don't know if I love them. But there's some women that I had kids by I should have never lied, laid down, or did anything when I'm protected with. It was a bad judgment on my part, and I paid for it. I paid for it. And I'm not just talking about looks. I'm not just talking about education. I'm just not talking about well-being, occupation. Some women I got kids by, Lord help me. Miss King, how you doing? Love you, baby. Thanks for joining. Some of these women I got kids by, wow. They pretty in their own way. And I'm going to say it again. They pretty in their own way. And I don't mean no bad by it. No harm either. But I should have known better when I seen them at first. I should have known better. Because I wasn't that fine dude either. Let me tell you something, folks. This persuasive young man right here had a missing tooth. Miss King can tell you. Had a missing tooth. Body was chiseled. Had some witty with me. Knew how to hustle. Sammy, what's up, baby? Had game. Had conversation. And I could dance. And it wasn't none of that stuff y'all do now. It was really hips and dip. Oh, yeah. And I was a male, quote unquote, allegedly stripper. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I was getting my groove on. I was using my attributes that God gave me in all the wrong places. And I'm going to say it again, in all the wrong places. So that's how it became me having babies with women I never knew their last name. In the beginning, I really never had feelings for them. Because I was selfish in certain part of life of just having an entanglement. just wanting to get down. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it, Miss King. Um, it was just, again, selfish moves, wanting to do something that I want at the moment, and not thinking the consequences, which led to me to a lot of these kids I have, without knowing their last name, mama's last name. Now I'm gonna tell you this though. I put the blame because I'm a man first. Let me say this. The truth will set you free, but I'm a man first. Everything I done, as far as entanglement, bathroom rules, back door, other bed, back seat, 50-yard line, Madison Park High, whatever you want to call it, East Boston, trains. That was, I blame myself making babies in places like that. Having unprotected entanglements. I blame myself. And so when you do that, over years to come, yeah, you're right, Miss King, you're right. And I wasn't perfect. I didn't have a handbook. But what I guess what I'm trying to say is over the years, I come to accept the child support and the responsibility, because it's more than child support. And Miss King, you know me. Some women up here on this platform knows me. You never will hear me playing about what they done took. I still pay up to this day. My children are well in their 30s. I owe arrears because I was ignorant to the fact. As far as not getting occupation, as far as not having all the responsibilities, which I had custody, which Miss King, I would say again, you know that as well. I love my kids. I had too many damn kids. I didn't have an adult life. I didn't have a teenage life. I was a humping rabbit. I thought my dance moves was my room moves. And no, again, I'm not perfect. Nobody was. But those things lead to you of not knowing the person or the person's last name you have these children by, or not having love by. And this summer woman, Lord, I wish I could have had a kid by. And you may call that ignorant. You guys may have people you thought you should have kids by. There's people on this platform I should have children by. I'm not going to say no names, but they know who they are. But God put people in place and things in your life for certain reasons, for certain opportunities, for certain projective minds, for certain places to be. And today, I'm going to say this. A lot of my friends on this platform in the world of today are still my friends when I was. They're my friends then, and they're my friends today. And love and respect is always going to be there. Children and no children. I love their kids like they was mine. They love my kids like they was theirs. They know how hard I worked as being a father, not a daddy. I may have been a whore. I may have been a lot of things. But I had a great father that taught me some things that I didn't listen to and I did listen to. And I tried in my own way. And here I'm at today with it. And I could talk about it. I could talk about me. The good, the bad, and the ugly. As a parent. Because I tell you, as a parent, I sucked. I'm still learning today. But I goddamn tell you, I lay down and go to hell for my children. And I still bust my behind on working on me being a father. Definitely. No questions. And I tell my sons and my daughters, just be better than I was. Live it to the fullest and treat your kids how you want it to be treated, and whatever I didn't do for your babies. Don't look back. Don't look back. Don't dream. Just do it. Bring it to fruition. Take care of those like you never would take care in the world. Because I'm going to tell you folks a story before I end this. I hope you all listen. I had a son at 17. My oldest son. right? And his mother was, I think his mother was 4 years older than me. No problem. I had a dad that was sharp and witty about taking care of kids because he had custody of his kids with his lovely wife. I miss my stepmom, his wife. I miss her. I love you, Miss Pat. I love you. And so my family was knitted when it came to taking care of kids. My dad wouldn't let me sleep, would let me fall, will not let me get 2 bags of Pampers, 2 cases of milk, 2 outfits, 2 sneakers every time we're shopping from my son. He wouldn't let me fall on that. And hey, Miss Brown, thank you for joining the podcast. My oldest son made me a man who I am today. And I tell you, just to shorten this story, I had my son as a boy, as a teenager. I didn't know the hell majority of the shit I was doing. But I just know I had to take care of him any means necessary. Anybody I dated, anybody I laid down with, you had to know my son. You had to know his shoe size, his hairstyle, his clothing, because I had to dress him like me. And I made a lot of mistakes with my son. I didn't spend as much time as I should have with my son. Only do what I knew. And I try to keep him safe at all costs. No matter what, no matter who. I traveled all through Massachusetts with my son. Because that's what I knew. As a father, that's what I knew. And yeah, I had other kids. Had older daughters, younger sons. But my first son, Calvin, what's up, sir? My first son, if you know me from Boston, you on this platform, you know. My first son was with me since he was day one. His mother dropped him off at 2, and I ain't looked back. But he made me who I am today. And yes, I knew his mother's last name. She's one of the women I did lay down when I knew her name and her first name. It was obvious. But the reason why I'm telling you the story is because I made a lot of mistakes with my son as far as being a father. But goddamn, y'all, I bust my ass doing what I had to do for my babies. All of them. And one thing they would tell you, we maybe have difference today. Me and a couple of my kids, we got difference. Of what I didn't do, what I should have did when they was younger. Leave that in the back door. Leave that shit in the past. Just do your kids better than I did you. Take care of your kids better than I did you. Talk to them better than I did you. If you ain't doing that, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see it. Just do better. Because I wasn't perfect. Neither was my father. Nobody gave me a handbook. But I knew you was mine. And if I didn't know your mother's last name or not, you was mine. And that's where a lot of my troubles come to, folks. I didn't go out and get the blood test. Because back then it was blood test. It wasn't DNA. It wasn't swipes. It was getting your blood. I had several done, but that was because of the mother. I didn't deny none of mine. And that was a stupid move, some would say. And my heart did not. I laid down with her unprotected. That's mine. And some would say there's a couple kids that's in their 30s or their late 20s that ain't mine. But guess what, folks? I'm a man first. I'm going to leave that right there to you to understand that. Sometimes, when you lay down with a man or a woman, not knowing their last name, not knowing their background, not knowing if they're going to eat tomorrow, not knowing their pH balance, not knowing who they really are, you make babies. Not just babies, not just bacteria, not just HIV, acquired immune deficiency syndrome, not just herpes, a lot of other troubles. 40, 35, 50, 60 years of heartache from being that child's parent. So again, having entanglements, having some fun, because you know how to dance and get it, or you know how to use your attributes, your neck, your back, as a man or a woman, don't make you a good dad or a bad mother or good mother. It makes you to understand is being safe is always good. Because I'm going to tell you, me having babies made me a better person today. My kids, in some instance, saved my life. My kids in a lot of ways, made me a better man. And today, I can sit here and tell you, I'm proud of who I am because of my kids. You may not like it, you may not understand it. I may not understand certain shit. I may be still getting child support taken out of my ass. But guess what, folks? Those are my kids. And I laid down and had them. And we'll pay that piper. I may got played. Some may not be mine biologically, but they minds and my mind and body and soul. Folks, on that note, have a good night and keep continuing listening to J Works on Street Savvy, the podcast. I love you. God bless America.